Yeah, we're just regular DMV girls, you know?
So you gonna stay in Atlanta?
I'm on assignment in Atlanta.
So, okay. No. So we talking about this assignment. We talking about this series. Yeah. We got to be talking about Queen's Court, All the Queen's Men. What's it called?
I'm not on that show. That's where I met JR.
That's what. Well, okay. You met JR on this show.
I can't stand you, Jack. Where's you going with this?
Nah.
Apparently, the Queen's Court show stole that title from Kaya and T.S. Madison. Evil Evelyn Lozada was on there, and toxic Tamar Braxton was too. They supposedly met these men on the show who proposed to them, but none of those relationships worked because they are both toxic, crazy, scatterbrained women. And every time Tamar sensed the conversation was about to get to her ex-fiance JR, she was asking Jock, where is this going? Because she's thinking that he knows the truth and they will say it out loud. By this point in the interview, she had already lied to them. Jock and Shawty already suspected that their relationship was over, and when they questioned her about it, she lied and said this.
So you and JR still together?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, we established that was a lie in part 1 of the video. If you missed it, the link is below for you to check it out after this video. In the comment section of my last video, you had modern women trying to find a way to defend this foolishness as always, no matter if all the receipts are there. Tamar saying this herself, which is totally different from what she came out and said the other day, and also different after her ex-fiance exposed the truth. But that won't stop these modern women from defending the lie. This one right here said, I saw a video where she was speaking about the breakup between her and her fiance. She felt sad and was shocked. During that interview, is it possible that she was still in a state of shock and had not fully accepted their breakup at the time? And no, this woman is not talking about a little girl. She's talking about a grown woman. This is how they know they're delusional. The commenter went on to say, it's how she answered for me that makes me question whether she just flat out lied about their breakup. It came off as if she wasn't completely sure. She wasn't sure, but she came out telling everybody that they broke up the same day that she was burglarized. She went on to tell me that people aren't perfect and said, no, I'm not a fan of Tamar or any celebrity. However, I do recognize an emotionally troubled person when I see one. I responded to her, a lie is a lie. If you got dumped days ago and somebody asked you if you broke up and you said you're still together, it's called a lie. It's not about being perfect, it's simply a lie. This woman is pushing 50. Elementary kids could decipher this better. And Tamar is never going to change because she's got a bunch of idiots that defend and support her nonsense every time. And then this commenter made a great point and said, so if a man that you dumped was going around telling people that y'all are still together, would you assume he's in shock? And let me tell you, this woman doesn't have to be a fan of a celebrity to condone and defend their behavior. This is not about celebrities because Tamar is Z-list anyway. This is about the modern sisterhood being on call no matter what. And ladies, if you wonder why you're always failing in life when you want to win, look around at the company you keep. You are either one, surrounded by a bunch of enablers that just go along to get along and don't check your foolishness, or you're surrounded by like-minded losers. And if everybody around you stay taking L's, well, you're gonna hold some too. You are who you hang around. But yeah, I knew that video was gonna bring out the dramatic, delusional, toxic femininity, and they didn't disappoint either in the comment section. They did what I expected them to do. So we're back with part 2, Tamar Braxton. She went on the Streets Morning Takeover featuring Young Jock and Shawty, produced out of Atlanta. They're in a lot of different markets now. Tamar stopped through to get some publicity after her car was burglarized in a visitor spot of what she called a highly secured building off of Paces Ferry in Atlanta, where these heathens took well over 30 minutes to steal from her. And that right there is sketchy too. This woman is 46 years old, going on 13. I know 25-year-old women with a higher level of maturity than her, and that's a shame. These are the ones continuing to sabotage the younger women. We're going to get into the next part of this interview where Tamar continues to highlight her own delusion, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
Go ahead.
Nah, because, you know, it's not often we get to ask these kind of questions.
Okay, but go ahead.
Oh, so, you seem happy.
Do I seem happy?
Yes. Yeah, you do seem happy this morning.
But.
Do you see the body language here? Tamar's the only one laughing. That's nervous laughter. She's hoping they don't see what's really there, attempting to hide it with laughter. This woman is not happy. She's in turmoil. A lot of it's self-inflicted. She's always in turmoil. really shouldn't be doing this interview right now. But when you're addicted to attention and have NADD, the need for attention deficit disorder, you put yourself in compromising positions like this, always wanting the spotlight.
Tamar always seem happy. Tamar don't seem happy.
No, I was gonna say, do you recommend dating off a TV show?
No, I don't. No. I think that Evelyn and I kind of felt like needles and haystacks. You know what I mean? Because everybody's like intention is not to find love. I definitely didn't go on there to find love. Will Packer called me and I went on there because my sister just passed and, I didn't really want to do that much. And he was like, this will be good for you and you're single anyway. Just see what happens. And
what if you find out that Will set you up?
Like, what you mean?
What if him and JR had already talked? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, I can probably
that's
put that
between
together.
him and God, because God don't play about me.
I'm not setting you up bad. I'm saying he's like, it's like Will and JR homies.
Yeah.
JR like,
well,
man, I would love her.
Other.
Oh, okay.
They didn't know each other for sure. But I don't know. I think sometimes you have to check people's intention. You know what I mean? Some people really do get with you because they want to come up.
So did he get at you or you got at him?
He got
don't act. Wait, don't act because sometimes established women.
Oh, I don't do that.
You don't?
No, I'm not one of those.
So you want to approach a guy?
No, I don't go half on no dates, and I'm not swiping. I'm not doing like if I I don't do that.
Tamar, don't do
so
that.
you
I'm not doing
so
that.
you can date a man that made
Tamar,
No, I'm not doing
I
that.
put you
Wow.
up here.
No,
Now.
I've dated men who made less than I.
Yeah.
JR.
Do you think? Okay.
She's talking about not going 50-50. And yeah, she's saying that now, but right now she's going 100-0. Dating pool is going down, so eventually she's going to be 100-0 in a relationship as well. She confirmed that JR made less money than her. He wasn't the only one. Everyone made less money than her since Vince. Vince is the one who put her in that position in the first place to even be up here talking like this right now. And the wannabe boss chicks like Tamar, they believe they can get a man making less money and control the relationship. But as we see, 9 times out of 10, those situations fail. When you have a woman thinking her money puts her in control of a man, it's gonna always fail. Her African ex proved that. And then she got with a white man and he proved it too. Men don't care about that. Respect is number one. And he's going to get it in order for him to stay around. Doesn't matter if you're the Chick-fil-A girl or a part of a tiny group of millionaire women. You're going to be a feminine, respectful, cooperative woman with a decent attitude or he's gone. He'll date a woman on a dirt road with a nice, clean attitude and mouth before he look at you.
Okay, and do you think a man...
Why you laughing?
I done put you up here on this pedestal, Tamar.
Well, y'all want me to be
you
honest?
mean to tell me you ain't gonna go half on a date if you got to?
I'm not going half on a date.
Even if you
So
make
that
more
means
than him?
It's either I'm gonna pay for it or you're
Okay.
gonna pay for it. But we're not splitting nothing in half.
What's
Could be
the
two
significance?
I'm not doing that.
Is it
I think
significant?
that is classless and tasteless, and I don't think you consider me much.
Classless and tasteless? The irony of this woman calling anybody classless when every time she's shown up on TV or wherever, she's been trying her best to imitate the most gutter Baltimore chick. And I say imitate because she didn't even really come from there. She's not from the streets or the projects, but she's been imitating these project chicks. Her saying that going 50-50 is classless or tasteless or corny. This is how they shame men into doing what they want them to do. But never do you ever hear her say that women being loud and disrespectful and uncooperative. She's not going to tell you that's classless or tasteless. Why? Because she'll be talking about herself.
Who comes up with this?
I
What
don't,
makes it
who
tasteless?
came up with let's go half? Oh, you spent that's your dacky. That was $6.99.
Now, ain't nobody
That's
doing
your
all
wing,
that.
that's
Go ahead,
$2.99.
though. Ain't nobody
we ain't
doing all
doing
that.
that. We ain't doing that.
We ain't talking about
I'm
that.
not doing that.
I'm talking about.
It's corny. It's corny. You know what else I think is corny?
What's that?
I think that men has become very, very comfortable and not taking care of their women. Like if you don't get out of the car and it's time for me to go get gas, it's over with.
Oh,
You going to get gas?
If I go and get gas and we in the car
No,
and I'm driving,
So I have a rule.
he get out the car.
I have a rule.
You go get the gas.
I have a rule.
And here's what's so crazy to me about these women with the modern woman feminist mindset. They love to cherry pick traditional values while still subscribing to modern woman values at the same time. If you're a traditional woman in a relationship with a traditional man, 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't even be driving the car in the first place. Your man is going to be driving you. And of course, your man will be the one to get out and pump the gas. But we see this time and time again, all the time. They want the same authority as men, but don't want the same responsibility. If you want to drive your man around like you're the man, then get out and pump the gas like you're the man. If you want to be feminine, stay in the passenger seat at all times. Don't control the vehicle. Now, of course, if you're alone, that's different. But she's talking about being with men, being in the driver's seat. She's got the man in the passenger seat, and then being upset when they get to a gas station and he's still in that same role, the passenger role. So no wonder when you get to the gas station, he's still looking at you like you the man. Don't even put yourself in that position in the first place. Personally, I'm not touching the gas pump. But when we're in a vehicle together, I'm also not touching the steering wheel. And I know this may seem small, like it's just driving. A lot of this is mental, but these little small things of control and access, they could turn into big issues in your relationship. So it's not as simple as pumping gas and driving. It's more than that. She's confirming how modern women think when it comes to gender roles and control. They want to be in control, but throw away all accountability and responsibility. That's a common theme with them.
But if you stay in the car, I never want to see you again.
You had that happen to you?
What?
Atlanta
is
so,
a very
so I got a rule though, Tamar.
Jesus.
I got a rule.
Got robots.
When you
talk, men is robots.
She said Atlanta men are robots? Well, that would also make you a machine. It's just amazing how these non-traditional masculine women can repeat all day how the men they're dealing with are not being traditional when they are not traditional women. They are not submissive, they are not cooperative or obedient, and just like Tamar, they are always yelling about God this and God that when they are even disobedient to him too. They don't follow his orders, which is the main reason why they keep failing in life and finding themselves in ridiculous, embarrassing situations. They are fake religious people. They follow the devil, and that's why these demons are always riding their backs. You're in these abnormal situations because you're abnormal yourself. It's your energy, ladies. Steve Harvey got y'all heads messed up. You run around thinking like a man. Now y'all acting like a man. So of course, with your behavior, you're choosing to be with the type of men that you're with because you want to dominate. That's why you put yourself in that position in the first place. You want a weak man so you can run over him and do whatever you want to do.
Oh, you going to get gas?
If I go and get gas and we in the car and I'm driving,
so I have a rule.
He get out the car.
I have a rule.
You go get the gas.
I have a rule.
But if you stay in the car, I never want to see you again.
You had that happen to you?
What?
Atlanta
is a very
so I got a rule though, Tamar.
Jesus.
I got a rule.
Got robots.
When you talk,
minutes, robots.
When you talk about love and war now, I got rules. It's rules to this.
Yeah, that's rules.
Whenever I pull up to the gas station, convenience store, anything with my lady, I automatically check her hand. If she driving or I'm driving, I'm gonna make sure I go put gas in her car. I'm gonna fill it up.
You're a gentleman.
She ain't gonna even have to worry about touching the gas pump.
Yeah, but how long you been married?
2 years.
They have changed within 2 years.
I've been married.
You say what?
Things have changed within 2 years.
I've been married 90 days. I've been married
90 days.
Yes, you're engaged.
Changed 90 days too.
You're engaged.
Probation period.
You're engaged, right?
Yes.
So when y'all would you do reality TV again? With JR?
Okay, so we have a YouTube show specifically because every network basically came to us to do a show,
right?
And I just didn't feel comfortable because I have to be in control of the content that we put out and what we have kids, you know what I mean, and what they see and. And a lot of people are not cheering for you, especially here in Atlanta. They really want to see you lose and break up, and they want to see scandal.
They want to see the mess.
You know what I mean? And I just think that when
you keep
I'm sorry, Atlanta. I'm upset at Atlanta. I got robbed the other day. I'm upset.
I was gonna say it because there's a lot of people listening right now. We nationally syndicated, so you keep saying Atlanta.
I'm upset at Atlanta. I got robbed in my garage now.
Was you in that?
And I'm so sick of her saying this. This was not a robbery. She's been repeating this for 3 weeks now. Robbery involves taking property from somebody through threats or fear of harm. She didn't come in contact with these people. It was a burglary. But Tamar is either ignorant because of her lack of education, or she's just being dramatic. Before, her house was burglarized in LA, and that was her excuse for selling a house that she couldn't afford. Then her car was burglarized in Atlanta. Both places high crime, but I'm saying though, if you don't like Atlanta, go back to Maryland or something. Go to PG County or Baltimore. Yeah, go up there and get burglarized too. Let's face it, if you're in these large metro population centers, you're going to see crime. Lots of it, very high crime. Especially as winter is approaching. You have the season itself and then the economy. 1, go to the country somewhere with less crime. Then 2, don't leave a bunch of designer clothes in your car, baiting these heathens. How do you leave thousands of dollars worth of shoes and clothes inside of your car in a visitor spot of a parking garage?
Atlanta or Atlanta?
No, West Paces Ferry.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
upset.
You're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
supposed to be
stayed
upset.
out there. I stayed out there for a brief second. Remember that, Jock?
That's why Jock can't even say nothing, because he know I'm supposed to be mad about that. Exactly.
Anywhere you pull up to the exit in this water boys. Anywhere you pull up in this water boys, you're in the wrong area.
Yeah, it's all the areas is wrong right
See,
now.
I live in Fayetteville. We ain't got no water boys. We ain't got no bums. Or, you know, we got the best crime rate. You got to move on the outskirts.
Okay, y'all, so come to my concert. And,
Yes,
come to my tour. It's amazing.
Talking about the water boy.
Overall, the main women twisting the gender roles up are the main ones complaining about it when they get stuck doing something that's outside of your traditional role as a woman. Let me say that again. The main women twisting the gender roles up are the main ones complaining about it when they get stuck doing something that's outside of your traditional role as a woman. If you act like you pee standing up, ladies, you will get treated like you pee standing up. If your behavior and demeanor is delicate, you will be protected accordingly. Men, if you're smart, you'll stay away from toxic femininity like this woman and women who defend it. Their lives are out of control, out of order, because they're out of control, out of order. Her mouth is out of order, her attitude is out of order, and trouble shows up everywhere in their lives. It impacts everybody, and most of them bring this on to themselves. It's self-sabotage. It's the reason why black men won't tolerate her. She had 2 black husbands. Then the African man wouldn't tolerate her. And now she found out that the white man won't tolerate her either. You're not going to jump to a different race to go around the natural order of man and woman and how things should go. A conservative, traditional man of any race is not going to put up with your shenanigans. That's it. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Why do these modern women continue to cherry pick traditional gender roles? Special thank you to Felix. I appreciate you, Felix, for all of your support, as well as Bruce. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.